Hello team, good to see you. So we're going to have a quick chat today about something called DID. You will have noted that in some of the other videos I've done digital avatars, and one of the programs that I've used is this one. It is called DID. Now when you're searching for it, you need to make sure that you look for D-ID, right? It will come up maybe D-ID AI, but d-id.com is the actual web address. If you just search for DID, you might end up in a whole lot of different places. So this is what it is. This is what they call a studio. Now, obviously, I'm operating here through the web. You can also access DID through Canva, because Canva has a section in it that has DID as the app. Right? I'm just doing this through the site itself just to show you how it all works. So here you can see I've created some already from Canva, and I've actually also done some other avatars, etc., through just the DID platform. Now on the side here, you can see there's different things. Now it will ask you about upgrading. There is a price attached to upgrading, and it can be quite expensive. Right, so you do need to be a little bit careful, but most often you can sign in just with your Google account, and it will enable you to have, it will enable you to have a number of credits. And so I've got some credits here that are left. Right, so up here, these are all the videos as said done. We can create a new video, and it will come up here. So what happens here is that you can put a title in. So I'm going to put macroeconomics, maybe introduction. And in here, we're going to add a script. Now you've got several different options for a script. You can type your script into here, right? Or there is a script generation feature. So if we have a look down here, we can also add a voice. We can here use AI. All right. So if we click on the AI button, it's not going to work. So let's try macroeconomics is, and then try this one. And it should hopefully provide me with a little script in here, continuing on what it is that I have said. All right. Now, little tips here, you can also find the scripts from elsewhere. You can record audio and upload the audio. See, here it is. The AI is creating the script for me. If you choose to find the script elsewhere, say you go to ChatGPT, you can get ChatGPT to create the script, and you can also translate it into different languages, and therefore it will appear in here in the different languages. You do need to be careful with regards to the number of characters that you are allowed to use, and you also might need to be careful about the language, the content, whether it is appropriate, not that it's going to be inappropriate, but whether it is appropriate for the age group that you are talking to. So this might be perhaps too complicated. You might want to simplify this down for the age group that you're going to present to. Now down in here it says what language do we want to use. Now the default is obviously for the US, but you can pick other ones. So I have gone in the past for English from New Zealand, because I'm from New Zealand, so it kind of made sense to use English from New Zealand. The feedback that I've had is that the English New Zealand, the accent can be a bit jarring, and so people tend to not necessarily like it. But there is a whole range of other accents in and through here, so Singapore, South African, and the UK English as well, which depending on who your clientele is, so students, for example, at school, maybe English for the United Kingdom might be better. Down in here, then, you get to pick who you wish to be, right? So there's Alfie, so you can listen to the voice as well to check to see whether Alfie is the right voice for you, or Elliot or Ethan. There's a range here, and obviously these are all male voices, but you can change the gender as well, should you wish to change the gender. So I'm going to pick the Noah voice, and hopefully that one will be okay. There is an option here that says styles. It's not coming up for me at the moment. It's grayed out at the moment, but some of the voices will allow you to put emotion into the voice. So it might be excited or it might be sad, and that way you can have that. Now here, this is the next part, and this is the more important one perhaps, because you've got your script, you can then choose your avatar, right? So your avatar in through here, it might be that you want to add an avatar, okay? I've already got several avatars here that I have created. So there's this person, this person, this person, and then there's me. So I might want the avatar to be me. You do have to be aware that whatever image you put in there, there are rules with regards to it. So in here it tells you it needs to be a medium shot, it needs to be front facing, centered, neutral expression, have good lighting, be a minimum size, etc. Now, I mean, you can get away with some aspects of that. So this avatar is slightly on the side. This avatar is a bit far away, so it's not particularly close. There's me here. There's reasonable lighting, and I'm reasonably facing forward, but there's still a slight angle. And what that means is when the AI finds your mouth, it might make the movements look a little bit more awkward. The program also provides a whole range of others that you can choose from. And there are various genders and various ethnicities, depending on who you want your avatar to be. Whether you want to have like a full body avatar, or semi-full body avatar, or just a talking head. So I've used this guy before. I tend to use ones that I think kind of vaguely resemble me, because I think that's good for the students. But you can also, as said, add an image. So you find an image online, and again, be careful with this because there are copyright issues. If it's a real person, you're obviously producing a video of that person saying something that they haven't actually said. I mean, it's reasonably obvious that it's an AI version, but as the technology improves, you would expect the AI to also improve, and it may not be quite as easy to tell that it's not them doing it. I have set this in class with students, and I've got them to do it, and the problem with the students doing it is you have to tell them not to put photos of themselves in, or to put photos of each other in, right? Because there's obviously child safety issues, and what script are you creating and voice, and can be a little bit sort of cyberbullying perhaps that might go on. So you do need to be careful with that. Again, this is not necessarily designed for education. It was definitely created for the world of work, but it has been included as an app inside Canva, which is now being used in the education package for teachers. So what I'm going to do, I'll pick myself for this one. So there I am. And what you can then do is, yes, I like the script. You can do some editing with the script, but we might as well do the whole thing. I've had a read through it. It looks good. It's a little bit formal, and it's a little bit more involved than a number of my students need, but sometimes it's good for them to have that. I can actually play it, whether the computer will allow me to do this to the internet, but we will see. And it will then speak. And you will hear how the voice sounds. Now, the voice sounds okay. I think possibly Noah might not be the right voice for that one. We might try Ethan and see if Ethan is perhaps a bit better. Yes, definitely Ethan is a much better voice. So you can do those sorts of things. And again, it might be that you want to change the language as it is. Or in here, you might like to change the avatar, change the gender. All of those sorts of options are available. Then you've got up here, and it says generate the video. Now, do bear in mind that it will use up some of your credits. So when you're doing this, if you think, no, I just want to test it, then you can just push the play button here to listen to it. There is a timing feature within here to insert breaks into the speech. And again, you can use the AI to change the text, or you can upload your own audio. That's another option as well. You can actually speak the text and upload it, and that can be something that you can do too. You hit generate, this is what it will end up looking like. It calculates the number of credits. This whole video is going to cost me 7 credits, and it's based on the length of the video, right? It will mean I have, apparently I have 40 left. I don't know if that is 40 after the 7 or as well as the 7, right? So it's based on the length of the video and the processing power that it does. So I'm going to hit generate because I actually want this video. And then it's going to create the video for me. And now this will take a little bit of time to do. And you can play with it. Now, a number of students, because they were trying to find images for their avatars, it took them a while to find one that was acceptable with regards to orientation of the face. I lucked out. This is John Maynard Keynes, sorry. I lucked out with finding an image of John Maynard Keynes that the computer was okay with. But generally speaking, it is relatively straightforward. You see I had a couple of goes that didn't work, but the process is straightforward. All you have to do then is just wait for the video to be generated. It will tell you if there are any problems with it. So it might be that there's a problem with the image. It might be that there's a problem with the script, right? As in the number of characters is too long. Either of those is an option. But generally speaking, it will be perfectly happy to while away the time creating the video, right? It has successfully generated the video. Now, quite clearly, the longer the video, the longer it will take to process. So my shorter videos, I tend to do videos with avatars that are short. I don't think people have much patience for listening to particularly long videos. I have done some longer videos, but in those cases, I've tended to create multiple short videos and then stitch them together to make a longer video. And remember, this is available in Canva, so you can create the avatar and then upload it straight into Canva, and it can become part of your presentation. So let's have a look at the video here, see how well they've done. All right, it'll take a little bit to load. All right, so that's pretty good. That's done it quite well. It doesn't obviously sound like me, but the lip syncing, etc., isn't too bad. Now, there are options here that we have. We can copy the link to this video, therefore leaving it in the DID platform, and then taking the link elsewhere to show people. We can share it through that, or, and this is what I prefer to do, to actually download the video. And again, yes, depending on the size of the video, it's going to take more or less time to download. And that gives me access to keep the video. I can throw it into Canva again. And the reason why I might want to throw it into Canva, even though it's a video, if I put it in Canva, I can actually edit out the background. So this is a photo. It was just a photo of me taken at the 21st Century Learning Conference in Bangkok the other year. And I can therefore just edit out the background and use just the foreground of me talking. And yes, with the weird British accent, but that will then be the image that I can then put, I can layer it on top of other things within Canva. So that's quite useful. And because I've created it and I've downloaded it, I'm then able to save it into a drive and use it for other purposes, should other purposes arise. Right, so that is a very short view on how to figure out DID to create an avatar. So key things to remember, it is credit-based. So once you've run out of credits, that's pretty much it. I mean, they can update the credits. If you go away and come back again to DID a little bit later, you will find that your credits might be reinstated because it's perhaps the new month. You can upgrade, and if you are a business and wanting to do this a lot, that might be an option for you. You do need to be aware of things like copyright issues. You need to be aware of potential child protection issues if you're in education, getting to avoid the children putting images of themselves or other people in it. And just like you as well, you need to be aware that if you are putting an image of someone else up there online saying something that they haven't said, there are some risks involved with that. But generally speaking, I think this is a really cool tool. It is useful to use in your lessons. If you are presenting a topic, then it can be, an outside expert, so to speak, appearing, but they can then appear as a video inside your presentation, which you can then allow for the students to have access to for their revision. And the advantage to doing it as a video is that the students can then transcribe the video and they have the notes from the video, and they can pause and stop and pause and check and do all of those sorts of things as well. And they can also take the transcription of the video and translate it into whichever language that would be more comfortable or familiar to them. So I think I've covered a lot of the DID with you there. Remember, it is part of Canva, so you can use it inside Canva, but you're going to have to sign in. You're going to have to use perhaps a Google account to sign in, and there will be information that you end up giving to DID. And if you're okay with that, then you're okay with that. Do be careful about pricing. If you are unaware of how the pricing, how expensive the pricing is, it will tell you over there. If you're wanting to buy that, then you might. But it is a lot more expensive than just using the free credits that are available. Right, so that's where I'm at with this. Please do feel free to drop me an email if you have questions. This is D-ID, used to create digital avatars. Please remember to like the videos and subscribe to them so that the YouTube algorithm knows who I am and recognizes that people are actually watching the videos, so that then they get pushed to the forefront again. That would be a very helpful thing to do. Thank you very much. He Konera. Have a fantastic day, and we will see you again.